but this is really blonde. Okay.
Yeah.
So
excited.
here's the thing. You've got 3 primary colors. Well, the number one usually is what I would consider gold, or it's the darker color. That's the predominant color. And then you have the reds, and then you have the blues, and then you have this, which is blonde. Less than 5% of the total yield that they get. They don't actually go and mine blonde tiger's eye, right?
Right.
The thing is just, it occurs.
Oh, look at that, Jay.
Do you know, I've been trying to, we've been requested to do this as a Today's Special forever. Look at what Kate did there in that.
Oh, beautiful. I love that. Well, because of the length, you have the versatility.
You have that versatility, and then we also have the hook and eye on it, so that it gives you the ability to actually do that. But this is really, of all the tiger's eye, this is the rarest form of tiger's eye, and it's the most sought after. We've been asked repeatedly to do this as a Today's Special, and you just can't get it. Literally less than 5% of the material that we see during the course of any given year is this color. And funny enough, this just popped on the market 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And so in the gem world, that's pretty short time, that's right. Really amazing. And it just all of a sudden popped up on the market. We were one of the first to actually release it, and every time we show it, though, it always blows out. Unfortunately with this, there's no way to do any depth on it, okay? It's impossible to get any kind of quantity of rough to really do any kind of larger project.
Right, I mean, look at how fascinating and intriguing that golden tiger's eye is.
And you can see where we fasted. We didn't fast all the beads.
You just did.
Every now and then.
Every now and then there's a faceted, and then the rest are highly polished and smooth. So it almost gives a little bit of twinkle. There you can see the faceted, then you have smooth, and then it goes back to the faceted. So it just twinkles. You see that chatoyancy, you see that cat's eye effect that just is absolutely breathtaking. Now, we only have about 500 of these to go around, and that is it. We have this visit only pricing. We've taken $20 off. If you want that golden glow, there's a warmth, there's a richness. You think, Jay, when you wear gold, gold just illuminates you. This has that same presence and feel.
Even this material, when we first got it and we first started working with it, it's really funny, and I know people, you can say whatever, but when I'm working with certain roughs I do, and it's just like you feel okay. You get something like this, or you get a certain material, you start working with it, it actually kind of gives you energy. I don't know how to tell you, but there's a lot of the things I work with, a lot of the turquoises, but a lot of the different materials I work with, and this is one of those ones that actually has, it kind of gives you like energy for some reason. You just really kind of feel energetic when you work with it.
Oh, it does energize you. And when you see the caramels, the yellows, the golden colors, there's such this earthy, warm glow that does energize you. And whether you're wearing it with all those autumnal colors as we move into fall, it looks stunning. Your neutrals, your denims, your blacks. This works with everything. Look at that, Jay. Look at the drama of that darker brown or a black. That's striking.
Well, and what's really amazing about this, if you go out in the marketoplace, okay, just the general marketplace, you just don't see this material.
Right.
And that's why I'm saying it's extremely, extremely limited. They don't, it's not like they, when they get it, they just get just a small, it's a very small percentage, and they find it within the other tiger's eye. All of this particular material, now they do have tiger's eye in different locations throughout the world. All of my tiger's eye predominantly comes down.
Ooh,
see, that's regular tiger's eye. Okay, you see that how dark that is?
Yes.
Okay. This material is found when they're harvesting that, and how this all comes out of Namibia. Now, like I said, there are other places that it does come out of, that you can find tiger's eye in the world, but Namibia is famous for its tiger's eye. In fact, the very first time back in the day when I was a young man.
Oh, Oh, you're still young, Jay.
No, let's not lie to ourselves. I don't
It's
let
just
other
a number,
I
Jay.
don't lie to myself, and I don't let people lie about me either.
So funny.
But I have to tell you, it's like, oh yeah, you look great, or you're looking good. No, well, no, you're looking old. You know.
No, that's
but
not
the thing is you know, when I first started doing this, it's really funny because like I worked with these kind of materials, and it brings back all kinds of memories. When we first started doing Tiger's Eye, this is back in the 70s, right? And you would go there, they wouldn't allow you at that time to export the rough unless it was in a finished product.
Really?
Now you can export the rough, okay? I mean, they finally changed that law, that rule. But at one time, they wouldn't let you export from Namibia Tiger's Eye unless it was in a finished product. So what we used to do is we used to get the biggest, gaudiest thing we could get and polish it up. So we made bookends. I mean, I made bookends that were a foot thick.
Oh my God.
I mean,
from
like
Tiger's Eye?
From Tiger's Eye. I mean, we would get the biggest pieces of Tiger's Eye, and then we would just buff them up, or we would carve them into something, because all we were looking for, we weren't looking for the item, we were looking for the bulk.
Right.
And then people used to come to our shop, we'd be in our shop, and they would come in, and we'd have a whole box of ashtrays and be cutting them up into.
Oh my heavens.
We'd have ashtrays and be cutting them up into cabochons, to inlay or to